Hey class, so the nonprofit I'm going to talk about today is the Alzheimer's Association. Right now in the United States, there are 5 million people who suffer from this disease, and you might actually know someone who has it. You yourself may one day actually have to face this awful disease, especially if you have a family member with this disease. Those who have family members with this disease can actually get it themselves and have a higher chance of getting it. It is estimated that by the year 2050 that there could be 14 million people in the United States alone who suffer from it. What is Alzheimer's? What is the Alzheimer's Association? What do they do? What is being done about to help prevent this disease? And what can you do to help? Well, I'm going to answer these questions in this speech. Alzheimer's is a degenerative disease that plagues your brain. What it does is this disease causes the brain cells to waste away and die. This impairs your memory and it starts off slow, but eventually many people lose the ability to do everyday functions and tasks that they were once able to do well. Many times, someone with this disease requires a caregiver or someone to take care of them or look after them. The Alzheimer's Association is an organization that is actually nationwide. They also have many local chapters in many different states. This association works on research of the disease and how they can help prevent it or even slow down the progression of this disease. Specifically, in their home office in Chicago is where most of the research is done. They're one day hoping to find a cure for Alzheimer's. They actually do have a few local chapters here in Michigan. There's one over in Kalamazoo. Many of these local chapters actually more work on providing support for those who are suffering from the disease and have resources available for these people as well. They provide support for those who also take care of those who are suffering. As of right now, everything is done over phone and video because of COVID, which is an obstacle of its own. They have support groups for those who are suffering and also support groups for their caregivers. This allows for caregivers to talk with each other and help out new caregivers that may not know exactly what the disease is about or may not know what to do yet. One of their main fundraisers is actually a walk that they hold every year. But now, because of COVID, it's being held in these people's neighborhoods, not in a big group like it usually is, and have a huge day for it. And they also are having their start on their website because they can't be there in person. Talking to one of these volunteers who works for the organization, she said that the numbers are down this year, which is really sad. This walk takes place every year in September. Another thing that they do is to help those in need is to give them a $500 reimbursement fee to the caregivers. It helps support them like groceries, insurance, healthcare, housing, so that they can take care of their loved ones who are suffering. There's actually a lot of research being done right now by many different organizations, one of them being the Alzheimer's Association. Hospitals have many ways to actually test for this disease, and they have many treatments also. The doctors can give physical and neurological exams to see if you have it or not. Also, with advancements in medicine, doctors also now have the technology to check for this disease as well. They can give you a blood test or they can use a brain imaging like MRIs or CT scans. Researchers are also working on coming up with new ways and new technology to help measure this disease. There are so many treatments out there to help lessen the severity of the disease, but sadly not cure. There are drugs like cholinesterase inhibitors and metmantine. Sorry if I butchered that. These drugs don't cure, but they do help and lessen the symptoms of this disease. Experts also say to form a routine and keep things that have meaning, like objects or even photos of your family and friends. Doctors also recommend exercising and sticking to a healthy diet. Also, having activities or hobbies to do like gardening and crafts can also help those who are suffering, if it's yourself or even if it's someone that you take care of. What can we do to help? Donating your time and money to these organizations that are working to find a cure for this disease or even support those suffering is always an option. The lady I interviewed told me that one of the best ways to help is advocacy or getting the word out. Many don't know what Alzheimer's is, or some don't even know that the Alzheimer's Association exists, and they wish they would have known way before when they heard about it. There are many organizations out there working to help find a cure. This organization specifically also helps bring support locally to those who are suffering and that need help. Advancing technology can help to find out more about this disease. Many are suffering, and if we work together, hopefully one day we can help to find a cure. Thank you.